Cooking, Cutting Up, Keeping It Real on location with my mom, and she's going to show you how to make her creamy lemon pie, or she calls it lemon icebox pie. Mama, this is a great recipe. I love it when you have it in the freezer, so show the viewers how you make it.
Okay. Well, good afternoon. I'm glad to be here with you, and I would like to first of all say that this is a very easy recipe. This can be done by cookers that are learning to cook, such as your children or grandchildren. And what I have in my bowl is 3 egg yolks. The recipe calls for 3 egg yolks, a can of Eagle brand milk. And
what's the ounces on that, Mama, just in case in other places they may have to know that?
Well, Lisa, you're gonna have to tell me.
You want me to read it? Let's see.
Is it 13?
Oh gosh, that's awful to read, isn't it? 14 ounce.
Okay, it's a 14 ounce can.
Sweetened condensed milk.
I like the Eagle brand.
We call it Eagle brand.
Yes, because that's the
brand name that we use.
Yeah, and then you use a ½ cup of lemon juice. And the pie crust that I prefer is the shortbread cookie pie crust. It's really, really good. But you can do graham cracker. You can even do the Oreo crust, which I've used that too, but this is the one I really love, the shortbread crust.
Okay.
So we're going to start by mixing our egg yolks up, and then we're going to add everything and then mix it all together. And you can also put a little bit of yellow food coloring in it if you like to make it more yellow. I usually do that. I don't have any on hand, but it doesn't affect the taste at all. So here we go. We're going to mix these up. And then and like I say, it's a very little. This is the easiest recipe. Then we're going to put our Eagle brand milk in. And
Mama, this is a recipe you like to keep on hand in case your kids come by and want a dessert or a piece of pie and coffee.
Oh,
you keep
absolutely.
it in the freezer, don't you?
Yes, and look, the way you do this recipe, after you cook it, you have to cook it on 350 for 8 minutes, and that's really just to cook the eggs in this recipe. And so just 8 minutes in the oven, and then you take it out and cool it. And I always top mine with Cool Whip. But now you can use anything you like. If you like real whipping cream, or you like to do meringue on top of it, anything, you can do anything with this recipe, whatever topping you like. But I happen to like the Cool Whip, and I do freeze mine. I'll get into that a little bit later and tell you about that. So we're going to mix this. And then we're going to add our ½ cup of lemon juice. And you can also use key lime juice in this.
If you want to make a key lime pie.
A key lime pie. And a couple of my sons really like the key lime, but they love the lemon too. But as Lisa was saying, I freeze these. I usually make 2 at a time because you can double your recipe. And then you know, just have 2 of your pie crust and cook them together. And they're wonderful to freeze. I put the top on mine, and then I stick them in freezer bags. So we've got this mixed up, and we're going to put this in our pie crust, and we're going to bake it on 350-degree oven for 8 minutes. So here we go.
And then when you get it out, you're going to let it cool.
You're going to let it cool completely, yes, before you put the topping on it.
Okay.
And sometimes I may even let mine cool and put it in the refrigerator and bring it back out and put the topping on it. And but I normally always have these in my freezer. They freeze wonderful. And actually, I love to eat them frozen. And they slice really nicely if you have a real sharp knife, and it looks real clean and pretty to put on your plate. And I like them frozen. I can eat it right out of the freezer. Also, if you just wanted to slightly thaw it, the Cracker Barrel used to serve these, and theirs were kind of icy when you would get them, and I loved them, but they don't serve this anymore. So here's what it's going to look like when you put it in the oven, and we're going to put it on 350 degrees for 8 minutes. So I'm going to get a little timer out, because in the meantime, I want to show you the one that I cooked yesterday.
Perfect.
And that one is going to be the one that I put the topping on, and I'll do the other one later. So here's yesterday's. And of course, if you wanted to, you could freeze it just like this without the topping, and then bring it out when you have your company and put the topping on, but not me. I want to go ahead and finish this thing, and then when I take that out of the freezer, I can cut it so pretty and serve it. And many times my children will come and just call on the spur of the moment, what are you doing, Mama? Well, I'm fixing egg salad sandwiches. Do you want to come? And last night that happened, and I didn't have a pie in the freezer. I had it in the refrigerator so I could show you how to put this topping on it.
So Brad and Vicki didn't get dessert last night.
They did not get dessert last night.
They didn't get dessert from you anyway. They brought dessert.
Yes, I was in the process of making this so I could show you folks about this. But I know you're going to agree that this is so simple. And it's just wonderful to have these in the freezer when your company drops by. And actually, the Eagle brand milk doesn't freeze solid like a piece of ice. It's you
still
can work
creamy.
with it. You can work with it and cut it frozen. But it just, most everybody likes a slice of this. It's really sweet and refreshing, and it just is the thing that can top your meal off.
Hits the spot.
And make you a hit with your company at not much money and very little trouble. Actually, I was trying to figure up today in my head, I don't have a grocery receipt, and I can't remember now what Eagle brand milk is selling for, but I would say you can make this recipe for under $5 easily, and maybe less than that, just with the 3 egg yolks and the half a cup of lemon juice and the Eagle brand milk. So
it looks delicious.
There we have this, and doesn't that look nice to freeze
and
have for your guest?
Yes, Mama, that looks great. Daddy, what do you think about Mama's creamy lemon pie?
I love it. We had some last night, wasn't it?
Well, it wasn't mine. That was Vicki brought it from the freezer.
Yes, but it was.
But this one is
That
hers.
was not mine. That was
That one's
a bought
been
pie.
absolutely wonderful.
Mama, thank you for sharing this for the viewers, and we are going to sign out cooking, cutting up, keeping it real in Diane's kitchen today.
Thank you, and Merry Christmas.
There you go.
Yes.
See y'all.